Good evening. I'm David Kramer at the National Weather Service with Alaska statewide weather. Starting off for the remainder of the day, we have a low pressure system out over the western part of the Bering Sea that is bringing in some rain and a frontal system to the western Aleutian Islands. Quite a bit of warm air coming up from behind this system. High pressure out to the east is keeping that precipitation away from the central and eastern Aleutian Islands. However, another low is pushing in towards the northern part of the Bering into St. Lawrence Island and the west coastline, bringing some snow to the area, resulting in a blizzard warning for the St. Lawrence Island and Bering Strait coast that is going to be in effect until midnight tonight, and then a winter weather advisory for snow and blowing snow for the Yukon Delta that is also in effect until midnight tonight. Out ahead of this system, we're seeing snow stretching out into the interior part of the state, resulting in some winter storm watches for areas around Norton Sound, Seward Peninsula, and up in the southwestern parts of the Brooks Range. Some of those are going to be in effect from Friday afternoon to late Saturday night. Ones in the Brooks Range from late Friday night until Sunday evening. Those are for snow and the potential for some blowing snow. For tonight, we have that system continuing to push snow into the west coast of the state and some isolated areas of snow throughout much of the interior and southern portions of the Brooks Range. Down in the south central area, a little bit more snow. So we have a low pressure system in the northern part of the Gulf, bringing a mix of rain and snow to the North Gulf Coast with some warmer air being pulled up from the south. And then out in the Panhandle area where we saw no snow for today, we are going to start to see some snow for the very edge closest to the Gulf of Alaska, and then on Friday that low is going to push further to the east, bringing its precipitation throughout the Panhandle area. A mix of rain and snow is expected. Warmer air by the Gulf and in lower elevations going to see primarily rain, whereas higher elevations and further inland we are going to see some snow. Mainland Alaska for central and eastern portions, not a lot of precipitation, but our frontal system pushing through the Bering Sea is going to bring some snow to the western portions of the interior and all throughout southwest Alaska and the west coast up to the Point Hope area. Some of the snow is going to start to mix with rain for southwest Alaska as some warmer air comes in from the south. Then on Saturday, that low is going to push to the northern part of the Bering Sea, bringing that snow throughout all of the west coast, western and central portions of the interior, with some snow reaching some areas of the eastern interior. Some warmer air stuck in the middle of that for the western portions of the interior down into the Yukon Delta, where a mix of rain and snow is expected, and some blowing snow conditions in central portions of the Brooks Range, where we are going to have some blowing snow, especially through the passes. Along the Arctic coastline, snow for western portions, but for south central and the Panhandle and the Aleutians, not expecting much snow on Saturday. With Alaska statewide weather, I'm David Kramer.